Right, this is part 2 of the review of the New Scientist magazine. We've got the news page. Physics: mysterious high-energy cosmic ray smashes into Earth. Astronomers have detected the second most powerful cosmic ray ever recorded, but it seems to have come from an empty region of the universe known as a cosmic void, where there is nothing obvious it could have originated from. This mysterious cosmic ray, which is probably a charged particle nucleus of some variety, such as of carbon or oxygen, has been dubbed Amaterasu after the Japanese sun goddess. Possible explanations for it include magnetic field steering the particle off course, an invisible source in another galaxy, or a novel particle. The first time I saw the results, I thought that it should be some mistake, says Toshihiro Pugil at Osaka Metropolitan University in Japan. I thought it was a bit unlucky as it had no source, but actually it is lucky because we found a new mystery. I don't want to disclose too much of the contents of this magazine. I'm just going to give you the general gist of what's in it. I've got this page here. Technology. AIs, that's not artificial insemination, artificial intelligence. AIs can trick each other into doing things they aren't supposed to do. Matthew Sparks. Artificial intelligence models can trick each other into disobeying their creators and providing banned instructions for making methamphetamine, building a bomb, or laundering money, suggesting that averting such AI jailbreaks is more difficult than it seems. Health. Nutrient found in milk and beef shows anti-cancer promise. A compound in milk and beef could help fight cancer by activating tumour-fighting immune cells. The substance called transvasenic acid, TVA, may become a useful supplement for cancer treatments. Diet has a big effect on health, says Jing Chen at the University of Chicago. However, working out such which dietary constituents are having an effect is complicated. So to elucidate the matter, Chen and his colleagues have created a library of 255 nutritional compounds, including many proteins and fats. They then looked for ones that might enhance the activity of certain T cells, immune cells involved in fighting cancer. Testing on mouse cells led them to a particularly potent nutrient, TVA. TVA is a fatty acid that people absorb when they consume meat and dairy products from grazing ruminants, such as cows. We only break down about 20% of TVA in our bodies, so it is not considered a major fatty acid for nutrition, says Chen. Yet the team discovered that TVA activates anti-tumour immune activity in mouse melanoma cells. Mice with skin cancer or with colon cancer also had less tumour growth when eating a TVA-enriched diet than mice that didn't. The researchers found that TVA promotes the anti-tumour activity of CD8 plus T cells, a group of immune cells that are critical for killing cancerous cells. They also discovered that people with live lymphoma who had higher levels of TVA in their blood responded better to immunotherapy. and in lab tests, TVA enhanced the ability of an immunotherapy drug to kill leukemia cells taken from 3 people. Nature, whatever. Our results support a surprisingly important function of TVA in immunity, says Chen. More investigation is needed, says Chen, and people shouldn't consume excessive amounts of meat or dairy to acquire the fatty acid. High intake of red meat has been linked to an increased risk of some cancers, for example. Having supplements that contain TVA may be more efficient, he says. Krista Leste-Lasser. We've got news here. Old coal mines could store wind energy. Plan to use excess output from wind turbines to heat water in pits may be tested next year. Babies may start to learn language before they are born. Newborns seem to recognise their mother tongue, hinting that learning language may begin before birth. We've known for a while that fetuses here towards the end of gestation, says Judith Gervain at the University of Padua in Italy. Newborn babies can recognise their mother's voice and prefer it over other female voices, and they can even recognise the language their mother spoke during pregnancy. To investigate this last aspect further, Gervain and her colleagues studied the brain activity of 49 babies with French-speaking mothers aged between 1 and 5 days old. Each newborn was fitted with a cap that contained 10 electrodes, placed close to regions of the brain linked to speech perception. The team then played recordings that began with 3 minutes of silence, then 7-minute excerpts from the story Goldilocks and the Three Bears in English, French and Spanish, in different orders, followed by another bout of silence. When the babies listened to the French audio, the team saw a spike in a type of brain signal called long-range temporal correlations. When the babies listened to French, which is linked to speech perception and processing. So interesting stuff, in it. These signals were reduced when the babies heard other languages. It's because they'd already heard that language when they were in the womb. In the group of 17 babies that heard French last, the team found that this spike in natural activity was sustained during the silence that followed. These findings imply that babies may already recognise their mother's native language as one that is more important, says Gervain. When the babies listened to French, there was a spike in the brain signal linked to speech perception. So interesting stuff, isn't it? I'm going to do a part 3 of this where I'm going to focus more on the main articles in it. Space travel and erectile problems. Penguin chest spots help birds recognise their partners. Really brief. Construction robot builds walls alone. Keeping our cool. Despite pessimism, limiting global warming to well below 2 degrees centigrade is winning our graph, says Jacob. When the 2015 Paris Agreement anchored the goal to keep global warming well below 2 degrees centigrade, most people I spoke with at the time thought it was dead on arrival. I was at the... It's like I said, I don't want to disclose. I don't want to divulge too much of the contents of this magazine. It's just going to give the... What I want to do is just give me viewers a brief gist of what's in it.